Well, hey guys, I'm in the woods again. It's late July. I thought I'd do some land navigation today and kind of take you guys through how that works and how I do it, at least. But first thing to do is get off the road and get out of sight. So let's do that. Okay, here I'm off the road a little bit, out of sight. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is just kind of go through the stuff you can do at home before, and starting with online scouting an area. So you can look at satellite maps, Google Maps, and Google Earth, and look at the date too of when the imagery was taken, because the stuff from my area is like 8 years old or something now, so it's not quite accurate. You can see old logging roads, and then you go there today and it's just completely overgrown like this. This used to be an old logging road, but these trees are 20 years old. I don't know. So yeah, but so yeah, look at maps. And then the DNR, so I'm in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin DNR has a vehicle use map for the National Forest, where it's got all the forest roads and stuff, and it's got them labeled as like passable by vehicles, and some that, and it tells you what's closed, and that's kind of out of date too, but it's good to cross-reference and look at that. And then yeah, if there's any government maps, or the DNR or the Forest Service or whoever owns the land, or if it's whatever, if it's a state forest or a state park, go to their websites too and look at those maps. And you're basically just looking for trails on all those other maps. Satellite is the one that you can kind of try to guess the type of forest, if it's thick lowlands, or if it's open hardwoods, or if it's evergreens. And then the other thing you can do is you can get topo maps online from the Usgs.gov website, and they're all free to download, and you can just print them at home and crop them to the area you need. But if you go to, it's kind of hard to find, but I got it here, usgs.gov. You go to products, USGS store, maps, map locator, and then you have a huge map of the US, and you got to zoom in and find your area, and then double click on a square, a grid space, and then it'll have the products available, and the first result is usually the topo map that they do every few years, and you can just download it. And then the other thing you do at home is you buy a compass. So you want one with a base plate, and make sure that the base plate is the plastic base that it's on, and make sure it's the right northern hemisphere, because they have global ones and whatever, and different ones. Make sure you get the right one. You want an adjustable bezel, that's the ring, so you can change your bearing, I guess is what you would call it. And then the sighting mirror, so you can hold it out and see. And declination adjustment you also want to get, because true north and magnetic north are different, and sometimes they're significantly different. So in my area it's like 4 degrees west, so I adjust the compass 4 degrees west, and then I forget about it. I don't have to pay attention to true north, magnetic north. My compass is already making that correction for me. But that's pretty like detailed, right? 4 degrees isn't a big thing. So this is, and you have to bear with me guys, I forgot my tripod, so I'm holding the camera. Here's the compass that I have. It's a Sunto MC2, right? So it's got the mirror, so you can look in the mirror just like that. And then this ring rotates. So if I know I want to go like northwest, I turn northwest to the top of the compass, and then I rotate my body until that red needle goes into the red outline. Red in the shed is what people call it. So when you first leave your vehicle and you start into the forest, you want to just kind of, if there's a trail, if you're starting on a trail or something, an old logging road that's overgrown, or wherever you're starting, if there's any sort of path going into the woods, just take it. Follow that, and then, alright, get out of sight, get your stuff situated, follow the trail, and then by the time, and if it's defined well, just stay on it for a little bit, you know, couple 200 yards, 300 yards, just stay on the trail. And then, yeah, that's my advice to start. Okay, so I'm still heading in. I just want to make a point here. I am now going downhill. There's a slant here. I'm going down, and here it's going up behind me. So I'm gonna stay on the trail because I'm still not that far from the road. I still want to get in further, but I am making a mental note. Okay, so when I look at my topo map, all right, we're starting to go downhill, and I can kind of use that as a reference. All right, I came in off the road pretty straight, and then I stayed on the trail pretty straight, but then I started making my way down. Just something to be mindful of. Okay, I'm still on the trail going in. It's pretty well defined, but here there's a little water. It's very shallow, and it might dry up sometimes of the year. But this is on the map. This is on the map. Let's take a look at the map. Okay, here's the map. So I'm parked right here, and there's an old logging road that used to come in this way. So I just walked through here, and then where I said it started going downhill, that's right here, right? Going down, and now here's this little piece of water that's marked on the map. And then I'm gonna continue down here. And I've been here before. I know the trail pretty much dies somewhere here as you go back up this hill and you get into this open. There's no more trail anymore. So that's when we're gonna start navigating with the land. Okay, so that main trail coming in, I'm now on like an open high ground, or I'm transitioning to an open high ground, and there's kind of a trail going this way, and there's kind of, I don't really see a trail going straight, but that's the direction I was coming. So at this point is when there's no trail. So now I'm gonna take out a compass, and I'm gonna look at the map, right? Let's do it together. Okay, so here's the map. So I came in this way, and I think I'm around here somewhere. So I want to follow this edge of this ridge. So that means I want to stay west, but don't go down. See, this is a swamp. This is all swamp. I know that from the satellite. This is all swamp. So I don't want to go into the swamp. So I'm going to try to walk the edge close to the swamp, but not in it, and stay west. Same thing over here. There's a swamp with an edge, but that's east. So now I'm going to take a compass bearing and see. So I want to go southwest. So that means I turn this. So southwest is facing the top of the compass, and then I rotate the compass right there. So now the red needle is aligned with the red outline, and now this is southwest, and that's where this one trail cuts off and goes. The other thing I'm going to do right now is stand up and take a heading on the sun. Okay, so that's the sun. It's almost directly south. Just east of south. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the sun as my guide. The sun is south for all intents and purposes right now. I understand that it's moving. Right now it's south. If I stay to the right of the sun, I will be heading southwest to some degree or another. Southwesterly direction. So I'm just going to kind of walk until there's a forest transition or something, a landmark or whatever. I'm just going to walk southwest of the sun, right of the sun, and that'll kind of, and I'm going to stay on the higher ground. I showed the contour line. Stay on that higher ground and do that for a while. I'm not going to like take a bearing and say, oh, I need to walk, I don't know, southwest at 40 degrees or some number, right? I'm just gonna use the land to pick a nice route, and geez, I'm getting killed with bugs. Use the land to pick a route and just stay in a southwesterly direction. Okay, I want to make a point quick. I am using my phone GPS. So I heard Dave Canterbury say it once. It's practice primitive, prepare modern. So I'm not just out here with a map and compass and just gonna see how it goes. You know, I am prepared and I am practicing. So, but anyway, the point I was gonna make is that, okay, so I was going and I ended up going more south than west. And I looked at the GPS and I was kind of getting to the other side of the high ground, on the east side of it and not the west side of it. So then I just I didn't even like use the compass. I just looked at the sun. It's like, all right, I'm gonna walk west across this high ground, just straight west until I hit the swamp, and then I'll go more south again. But I was just walking west for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden I realized the sun, my shadow, is right in front of me, which would mean that I'm walking north. So I keep an eye on my shadow. So just trying to walk west, you know, it's only been a couple minutes and I'm already like drifted north. So it's just something I want to point out. Watch your shadow. Know where the sun is, watch your shadow. Okay, so I'm kind of at the, made it around the swamp like I was trying to. And I'm at the point where now it's kind of high ground to my west. And I can go around the swamp. And that's kind of what I was looking for. My biggest issue is measuring distance. I don't know how far I walk. Right? If you need to go southeast, yep, that's fine. But how far southeast? How long southeast? And that's where I struggle. I don't even, to tell you the truth, most of the time I don't even consider how long, and I just go. But I need to start considering how long. I know you can do pace counting. I've done that, and that works. But I'm trying to learn how to do it without such a structured, sun's up there. I'm trying to learn how to do it without such a, right, I can take a bearing and go 400 meters straight, watch my compass the whole time and count my steps, but that's not the land navigation that I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn more of a situational awareness and deciding what to do, when to do it. So yeah, judging distance is the hardest thing for me. Usually what I do is just guess and check, you know, you just keep walking and then, oh, what is this? Okay, there's like there's a forest transition. Oh, it's a swamp. Oh, it's a lowland. It's getting really thick. Okay, which direction? Oh, it's kind of running east and west. And then I look at the map and try to pinpoint where I was, but that's pretty tough to do. It's kind of, it basically just turns into me wandering around, which is tough. The only other thing I want to talk about with land navigation is always know your exit. Today I came and I went all over the place, but I went south. If I want to get home back to my vehicle, I go north. If all else fails and I'm not where I am and I don't know what's going on and I think I'm over here but I'm way the heck over there somewhere, but I don't know that, if I just point north on my compass and just keep going north, no matter what I have to go through, the swamp or whatever, I will hit that highway. And that's something to always keep in mind. And yeah, like I said, I've been using the GPS a lot. I'm just out here practicing, and it's good to get immediate feedback. The problem with not having a GPS, so there's a lot of times where I've come out and I've had the GPS track me, and then I go home and put it on the satellite image and I can see where I went. But right now I have GPS on my phone and I can like immediately see, okay, the last half hour I was going way over here. That was wrong. I was supposed to be going this way. I wanted to go that way. And I have immediate feedback, and it's actually helping me a lot. Like, okay, I am where I was trying to get. I wouldn't have got here with just the map, and I wouldn't have learned how to get here. I wouldn't have seen this place. I wouldn't have recognized this thick stand of evergreens here, or the turn where the trail took a sharp turn. I found a spot, and it's just different stuff like that. So yeah, practice primitive, prepare modern. That's what I'm doing out here. So it's hot. I already drank a liter of water, and I am heading out. I've been in here for like 2.5 hours. So yeah, I'm heading back out north. I gotta try to find a better route. I didn't exactly get to this point the best way, so I'm gonna try to watch my GPS more carefully as I leave, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of find a better route to where I'm at. But it's tough when you're letting the land guide you, right? You're not just gonna go down this big hill and then go right up the next one, right? You kind of wander. But when I wander, I kind of get turned around pretty quick, and before long I'm going in circles, or back and forth and back and forth. So yeah, a lot to learn, but it went good. It went well. So thanks for watching, guys. You got any tips or anything you saw me doing that was, you think there's a better way to do it, please let me know. Like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.